Our next story is about one of the oldest credit unions in California. It's called Patriots. What is a credit union? One of the best examples is from the movie It's a Wonderful Life. A good and honest businessman named George Bailey, played by Jimmy Stewart, runs one of these early models of a credit union. Essentially, they do the same thing as banks, but the banks are owned by shareholders, so profits go back to them, whereas credit unions are owned by the members, so profits go back to the members in the form of lower interest rates. Here now, the story of Patriots, from its humble roots of people helping people.
That's George Bailey. That's him when he was 12.
You know, George, I feel that in a small way we are doing something important, satisfying a fundamental urge for a man to want his own roof, walls, and fireplace.
In Jimmy Stewart's classic film, It's a Wonderful Life, George Bailey is fighting for the hometown he loves by running an early credit union, pooling money from neighbors to help other neighbors.
All right, now, Miss Thompson, how much do you want?
But it's your own money, George.
Never mind about that. How much do you want?
I can get along with 20, all right.
$20, fine.
And I'll sign the paper.
You don't have to sign anything. I know you. You pay when you can. That's okay.
That model is what inspires many of today's credit unions, especially the folks at Patriots in Orange County. One credit union member for the past 30 years is Bob Trudella.
Oh, yeah, it's people. It is people helping people, and I think we need more of that today. I think most corporations today, banks included, obviously, what's in it for me? Money, 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 money. They take my money and they make more money from some other people. But I think it's the people serving people, that's the whole thing.
Credit unions do what banks do, except instead of being run for the profit of shareholders, credit unions are run by members, for members. Patriots has gone from serving young American Marines to serving everyone in Orange County, young and old, from every walk of life.
We can offer cradle-to-grave financial services. We can open an account for a child when they're first born. As long as they have a social security number, we can open an account for them. And we can stay with them their entire life and help them through the different stages of their life. We can help them with their first car loan. We can help them purchase that first home. We can help them when they're ready to retire to maximize their retirement earnings with a higher CD rate.
Patriots started from humble roots back in 1962 at the El Toro Marine Station. 7 sergeants felt bad for their young men who had a hard time saving money. They were often gouged by local banks. So the sergeants threw in $5 apiece for a grand total of $35 to start what would eventually become known as Patriots. Among those early pioneers who started the union was Les Wadley.
If you wanted money, you had to pay an exorbitant interest rate, whereas the credit unions, interest rates were lower, their dividends on savings was higher. It's just all around a better deal, and so we encouraged our people to join the credit union.
At this member appreciation luncheon, we met some of the first to join the credit union more than 40 years ago, including James Rainey, a Vietnam vet who now runs a successful cleaning business.
My first house was through the credit union. My first car was through the credit union. Everything first. And the most important, I'd never been turned down for a loan. Never. Never been turned down for a loan. When you sat down, you felt like you was going to leave with something, or if you didn't, they'll give you some solution to how you could go get some money, or what you could do to save so you wouldn't be in a situation the next time.
These members say they love visiting the branch, being greeted by their first name, never needing to know their account numbers, even getting personal calls from the manager about when they should move their money. Bob Trudella describes Patriots as his personal concierge service.
That's a good term, a personal concierge. And I'm going to have to say yes, because I have the manager calling me at home.
From its military roots, Patriots is now helping young people, such as Cassandra Hassett. At the urging of her grandmother, an early union member, Cassandra joined Patriots after she got her first job and needed to buy her first car.
They helped with my car loan to figure out my payments each month so it would be the best payments for me, not too much. So that's great. I mean, to figure out a good car payment for yourself and how many years it's going to take. They are always giving brochures and pamphlets about how to help manage your money. And I'm young, so that's great for young people.
The bank is not going to care about you like a friendly uncle would or a family would, so that's why they should come here.
Many members say the one-stop service is so good they have no need for a bank. Once, when he was running late, Wayne Sirachi called the branch and asked if they could stay open after the 6 p.m. closing time.
I was on my way. She said, "Don't worry about it. Just come and knock at the front door. We'll open it." It was about 6:15 when I got there. The whole staff was there. They remembered who I was. They went in, and then they took another 20 minutes to do the work that I needed to have done. So they went out of their way.
Rooted in its past, Patriots is now preparing for the future. It's using mobile technology to give members the service they want, when they want it, where they want it. Patriots CEO Dan Campbell thinks of his son as an example of the new generation of members they are serving.
My son is almost 22 years old. He's had a car loan, which he's paid off. He has a checking account. He has a debit card, but he never goes into a branch. He does not want that brick and mortar branch. He wants everything electronic. He wants to be able to use his phone or his debit card for everything that he does. And that's what we're trying to offer.
Of course, for members who prefer to visit the old brick-and-mortar building, they can always visit the 3 OC branches in Aliso Viejo, Santa Ana, and Tustin. And in each of them, according to longtime members who should know, you will be welcomed as part of the family.
And if you don't take care of your own family, who's going to take care of them?
I'm a member. I've been a member for 43 years. It speaks for itself.
Just by them helping me makes me want to help others, you know.
I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it wasn't for you, George.
Just as George Bailey made people's lives better in his hometown of Bedford Falls, the good folks at Patriots are trying to do the same for our community in Orange County. A tradition of people helping people alive and well.